the timeline.
I think Brad
Pitt stole my wife.
I think Brad Pitt was fucking that bitch when she was on 21 Jump Street.
Could you imagine Brad Pitt and you are banging Mike Tyson's wife? Like, oh my God.
I mean, the balls.
Oh my God.
The balls it takes from that guy. That's crazy.
Or ex-wife.
He could have been Ron Goldman.
Yes.
When it come to fucking bitches,
he could have been Ron Goldman.
Yeah. When it come to fucking bitches, Brad Pitt is one of my idols. I'd be like,
is he?
Yeah.
That's your guy?
What?
He's about as handsome as you're allowed to get.
Right. Exactly.
No,
you know why too?
My car. Yeah.
Matthew McConaughey is like 60-something years old, man. He look good for his fucking age.
He's a nice guy, man.
Yeah.
60?
He look like he damn near early 60s, man. 50-something. He old as fuck.
McConaughey don't crack. Shit.
He old as fuck. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, goddamn, McConaughey.
He's another one.
Yeah.
That's one of those dudes that almost killed himself for a movie. Dallas Buyers Club?
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he really got AIDS. I heard about that.
No,
said he really?
That guy's really method, man.
50 Cent did that shit that was trash, though. You remember 50 Cent got skinny with that movie?
He got skinny for a movie.
Nobody watched that shit.
No, what was that?
He fucked up. He got the most death-like. Look at look at 50 Cent.
Yeah, 50 was fucked up.
Oh my God.
We been sending 50 money, shit.
Right?
That's crazy.
50 bounced back with power, though, so it's all good.
Yeah, he bounced back.
What is good, YouTube? It's Jay Coffee talking, man. You guys hear Freddie Gibbs and Joe Rogan on the podcast, man, going in on 50 Cent. Got some jokes for Fifth, and we know Fifth is always the one making jokes at everyone else's expense, but Freddie and Joe Rogan, they were clowning, man. And hit the comments, man. Like, what do you guys think of that, man? We're going to break that whole conversation down. But real quick, they're talking about that movie, All Things Fall Apart, right? It's kind of wild. I was recently discussing this on a live stream podcast that I did. That movie, it came up because we were talking about cancer. You know what I mean? Because it's a movie where 50 Cent is a college football star. You know, is going to go #1 in the draft, going to get the Heisman, all that, you know what I mean? And ends up with cancer. He gets very sick. It is a very sad movie. And at the time I was like going through that, had a loved one battling cancer, man. Like, I don't know, anyone ever, like always, real quick side conversation, anyone in that boat right now, whether it's you or a loved one, hit me up via DM. If you, like, I got some like game to share with you guys, you know what I mean, regarding that. But anyways, man, Fifth, as you see, like, lost so much weight. He really, like, looked like a cancer chemo patient. Like, he went in, he was jogging with plastic on. He was jogging damn near 50% of the day for months. He was on a liquid diet. You know what I mean? He was going in to get this role. And like, people he was working with actually became worried and was like, yo, Fifth, you need to see a doctor. That ain't right, man. You're hurting yourself. That's no good, man. And you heard what Freddie Gibbs said. He said, man, he did that for like a trash ass movie that no one even seen. And like I said, I want to know if you guys enjoyed the movie or not. But like, yeah, that's Gibbs' opinion. And I don't know, like, looking back at the movie, like I said, the movie kind of like spoke to me. I guess it was kind of therapeutic for me, but it was type low budget, I guess. Like, when they were on the field, it was like not even a real football field. I can't explain it. If y'all seen it, you know what I mean. Like, Ray Liotta was in it, and it's wild too, right? Because Ray Liotta really fell off since Goodfellas, right? Like, that was a huge role, and then now, like, Ray Liotta is in nothing big anymore for quite some time. But anyways, I gotta wonder if Fifth regrets that, right? Like, this is comical to Joe Rogan and Freddie Gibbs. Like, man, you abused yourself for really nothing. All in all, like, to them, that was a bad look for his acting career. But let me know what you guys think. Was that not a good move? Did he have to try to get his feet wet somewhere when it came to the acting game, or what? You know what I mean? Freelancers was a good one, I thought, that he did with Robert De Niro. He had them 2 jump offs that he did with Val Kilmer, Streets of Blood. When they're police, kind of like crooked police, post Hurricane Katrina, all kinds of issues going down in the streets. And then he had another one he did with Val Kilmer called Gun. Like, I guess, I don't know, I guess Fifth was just trying to get into the acting game, but you heard what they said. he bounced back. He redeemed himself with Power. And that's a fact. Power, fire-ass series, man. Now we're going into book 3. I don't know, like, how is that going to be? But anyways, man, Freddie Gibbs getting on the Joe Rogan podcast. I'd say that's a big deal. You know what I mean? Joe Rogan is regarded as the biggest podcast there is ever. Let me know if you guys rock with Joe Rogan. I do. Although I say I haven't been listening to the episodes the way that I used to. You know what I mean? But it's been like a big couple years for Freddie Gibbs, you know, tough times. Like I liked Freddie Gibbs from the moment I first heard him freestyling on a mixtape with Jeezy. You know what I mean? He was going in. As you guys remember, he was with CTE. He was Jeezy's artist. Things didn't work out between them. Jeezy blames Freddie Gibbs for ruining Jeezy's relationship with Eminem. He's got an Eminem collab that he doesn't even want no parts of floating around out there. Gibbs does. And you know what I mean? I always thought dude was nice, and he was trying to maneuver his way through the rap game. And, you know, he was always working, pumping out music, beefing with Jeezy, etc. But now over the past couple years or so, you know, he's got the Grammy nod with that fire Alfredo jump off with Alchemist. And then I like, too, he did some work with Madlib, which is cool. I like when rappers and producers get together and put out whole projects like that. And I'm like, yo, let's just get to work. Let's do something. You know what I mean? And then he got the deal, I believe, with Empire it is. So, like, Gibbs is coming up in the game. And now we see him on Joe Rogan. It kind of, I don't know, it just kind of shows the way, like, this journey and hard work that he's put in has paid off. Because think about it, back in the day, would you ever think you would see Freddie Gibbs, Gangsta Gibbs, on Joe Rogan podcast? You know what I mean? But Gibbs, stop beefing with academics, though. I don't think he has in a while, but that was not a good look. But the way they got into that whole conversation, you heard they were talking about first Brad Pitt, which I never had no idea that Brad Pitt was piping down Mike Tyson's wife, Robin Givens. You know what I mean? And you remember there was all that drama between them. Like, I don't know if it was maybe it was because of Brad Pitt. Who knows, you know? But Gibbs said he idolizes Brad Pitt when it comes to his body count out there. You know what I mean? As we know, he was with Angelina Jolie, Jennifer Aniston, my bad, y'all. Sinita, a singer back from the 80s, hit the comments if y'all remember her. For some reason, I feel like my moderator, Murder Man, I was about to say my moderator, Murder Man, is already going to know who she is because, you know, she's from back in the 80s. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I just feel like Murder Man will know who Sinita is. Did he know that Brad Pitt was piping her down? I don't know. Who else? Gina Davis, of course, Gwyneth Paltrow. The list goes on. You know what I mean? And Freddie Gibbs saluted him for that. You know, Freddie Gibbs said, yo, your body count is impressive, Brad. Now, after that, they brought up Matthew McConaughey. They were talking about, like, movie stars. And that's when Joe Rogan was saying, like, yo, that man, like, hurt himself, almost killed himself to kind of, you know, get in shape for a role. That movie, The Dallas Buyers Club, where he played a dude with AIDS, kind of like how Fifth played a guy, you know, with cancer. So they had to lose all that weight. And, you know, that's very impressive, especially for 50 Cent. I mean, Matthew McConaughey stays in shape or whatever. He's all about fitness, but he's a slim dude. 50 Cent, you know what I mean? A lot of muscle mass. Like, that's a lot of hard work in the gym. A lot of protein. You got to eat, you know, 10 chicken breasts a day and all that. You know what I mean? I don't know if he's juicing a little bit or whatever, but still, it's still hard work. So that's impressive to lose that all that weight and then put it back on. You know what I mean? And that's kind of how they segued into talking about 50 Cent, where he said, yo, Fifth, you looked horrible. You looked fucked up. And all for nothing, man. So who knows how 50 Cent will take that, but I don't know. You gotta take jokes. You give them, you gotta take them. Dish it out, take it. You feel me? But I don't know, man. I just thought, like, I was like, damn, they went in on Fifth. I thought that was kind of funny. And the whole, I don't know, him admiring Brad Pitt's body count. I don't know. It was just all kind of like trippy, I guess. Right? Like I would say, just kind of like strange vibes. Like, oh shit, Freddie Gibbs got on Joe Rogan podcast. Oh, they're talking about, Brad Pitt, he looks up to him. Then they're, you know what I mean? Then they're cracking jokes on 50. Like, I don't know. It was just not something that I thought that I would like tune in here. You know what I mean? But like I said, Gibbs' hard work has all paid off. He's getting all over the place now. Shout out to him. Salute to him. Let me know your guys' thoughts on Gibbs, the music, the Grammy nod, the jokes with 50 Cent. Did you rock with that movie? What did you think about all those movies, though? Like, do you think 50 Cent regrets that? I don't know, because Fifth is kind of like a perfectionist, I feel, in a way, right? So, like, how did he end up in those B movies? Or like I said, maybe that was just a jump-off point for him in the entertainment industry, in the movie industry. I don't know. But yeah, man, I'm out of here, guys. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell. If you're new, guys, it's Jay Coffee Talk. Stay tuned, guys. We cover music, news, sports, and much more. And I always want to hear from you, so make sure to join the discussion in the comments. And like I said, subscribe, guys. It's free. Rock with me. Join Team Coffee. And I'm gone.